Hello viewers, welcome to IT Maths. In this video I'll be showing you how to read large numbers. How do you read a number when it is this large, like the one you have on your screen? 1350020090041208861. How do you read it? If you already know how to read a number as small as 861, then you shouldn't have any problem reading this number on the screen. So the first thing you do is break the number apart. Break it into groups of 3, like this. Place a comma here. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 and 1 2 3. And now you've succeeded in breaking this number into 100, tens, and unit. 100 tens and unit, 100 tens unit, 100 tens unit, 100 tens unit, and 100, which this number doesn't have, tens and unit. Now, why do we do that? We do that because every of these, what I will call families, have names, but they all obey the rule of 100 tens and unit. After the first 100 tens and unit, the next one, this is a 1000 family. 1000. The next family is the million family. After the million family, we have the billion family. And then we have the trillion family. After the trillion family, we have the quadrillion family. And all of them obey the simple rule of 100 tens and unit. So, if you can read a simple number like 861, then you can read this entire large number. What is 861? 861. What is 120? The next one. 120. What is this? Of course, this means 4. Zeros in front of a number do not count. What is this? 209 is 209. 500 is 500. And 13 is 13. That is 13. But the only difference is that they all belong to different families, and they must answer to their family names. So this 13 here is not just an ordinary 13, but it is 13 quadrillion. Why is it 13 quadrillion? Why is it 13 quadrillion? Because it has children. It has the first of 3 zeros, 3 zeros, 3 zeros, 3 zeros, 3 zeros, or 3 digits, if zeros are not there. If there is no number there, zeros must be written to show that this number isn't just an ordinary 13, but a 13 that has certain numbers of zeros behind it. So that makes this 13, which is an ordinary 13, different from a 13 that has 3 zeros. Now, this is 13,000. Different from another 13 that has 6 zeros. Because it has this number of place values behind it, its place value has shifted from being just 13 to a 13 in the place value called, this is 1000, this is 100 tens unit, this is 1000, and this is in the family of million. So this number isn't just an ordinary 13, but a 13 million. What makes it million? It has 3 zeros behind it. What makes this 13 quadrillion? It has 3, 3, 3, 3, and 3. 15 zeros behind it. So that is what we take note of when we are reading numbers. So we've read this number as 161, 120, 4, 209, 513. We are now going to put them all together, with each of them answering to its family name. So this number will be read as 13 quadrillion 500 trillion 209 billion 4,120,861. That's simple. Okay, so let's look at further examples. 10290045100200720008. How do you read that? I've placed the commas there already. Commas will always be placed for you, except in case where it is not placed, you have to place it yourself. Now, something else you might find instead of a comma is a space. There will be a space in between these numbers, in between these sets of threes, just to separate them into 100 tens unit, 100 tens unit, 100 tens unit, so that you read them 100 tens and unit, respecting the families they come from. Like we said earlier on, the first is just 100 tens and unit. This unit, tens, 100. The next place is 1,000. This is a unit 1,000. All of them are thousands. Just that this is a unit 1,000, 100,000, 10,000. Again, the next one is million family. I'm just gonna write M for million, TH for 1,000. Unit, there is no unit million for this. We only have 20 million. The next is a 10 million. That makes this number 20. The next one after a million is a billion. After a billion is a trillion. And after a trillion is your quadrillion. Okay, before the end of this video, I'm going to give you other families. We have, after the quadrillion, we have the quintillion. After the quintillion, we have the sextillion, and so on and so forth. I'm going to show you those names so that no matter how large your number is, you can read it easily. So let's read this number. Like we said, we take them apart. This is 102. We'll read this as 102 if this was the only digit on this paper. If this was the only number on this paper, we'll read it as 102. But since it is not the only digit on this paper, it makes this 102 a quadrillion. So this is 102 quadrillion, 900 trillion, 451 billion, 102 million, 72,008. Read the number as if they are just the only numbers on the book, with their family names added at the end until you get to the end. So this is 102 quadrillion, 900 trillion, 451 billion, nothing here. So this is 20 million, nothing here, 72,000, nothing here, and 8. Okay. Then we have another example, 1820060000500000904. How do you read that? Again, you start. This is your normal 100 tens unit. The next one is what? Okay. 1,000, million, billion, trillion, quadrillion. Let me use QD. And quintillion. Let me use QT. I know you can read this number now. So pause the video and try to read it. Assuming you've paused the video and then you've read it and you've unpaused the video now. So let's read it together. 18 quintillion, 200 quadrillion, 600 trillion, 5 billion, 904. These were silent. These were silent because there were no numbers there. So the million was silent, the 1,000 was also silent. So we skipped the whole of that and go to where we had numbers. Remember, you don't skip this because this is a family. You just read the name as it is, obeying 100 tens and units. There was no 100 tens and units, so million completely disappeared. There was no 100 tens and unit, so 1,000 completely disappeared. But a billion at least had a unit, so we read 5 billion. Do you understand? Okay, so we go again. 18 quintillion, 200 quadrillion, 600 trillion, 5 billion, 904. So the last one for today, 204200370800340000. Now, I won't be doing this one with you. I want you to leave the answer in the comment section to this one for me. Then in my next video, we will talk about it. Meanwhile, like I promised earlier, that I'll be showing you numbers that are higher than the quintillion. So, after the million, we have the billion, then the trillion, then we have the quadrillion, the quintillion, the sextillion, the septillion. After that, we have the octillion, the nonillion, the decillion, undecillion, duodecillion, tridecillion, quartodecillion, quindecillion, sexdecillion, septendecillion, octodecillion, novemdecillion, and vigintillion. Of course, it doesn't end there, but that's where we end in this video. Please, if you like our video, please click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that anytime we have a new video posted, you can get a notification to come and watch. Thank you. Till next time, where we will be learning how to write numbers in figures when they are given to us in words. Thank you.